right, so we got the big Thanksgiving game for the Lions this week for Thursday. The yearly tradition of playing on Thanksgiving on Thursday afternoon with the entire country watching. And we got the Green Bay Packers coming to town for the best rivalry in the NFC North, about to do battle. Yeah, let's be honest, the best rivalry in the North is easily Lions-Packers. It's not Packers-Bears. That rivalry is overrated as fuck. Let's just get that straight. The sooner everyone understands that, the better off we'll all be. Lions-Packers is where the real rivalry in the North is at. Bad blood rivalry. Both teams don't like each other. So anyway, Thanksgiving matchup against the Packers. Let's see how the Lions match up coming into this game. So, of course, for this game, Detroit, they're actually the favorites coming into this game by 2.5 points. Honestly, I thought Green Bay were going to be favorites based on how bad the Lions played against the Giants, because the Lions played like dog shit against the Giants. But hey, you know, if there's one thing I've learned in the past, you don't doubt Vegas in these situations. Sometimes Vegas knows some shit that we don't know. Or sometimes Vegas might be high off their ass. Either or is possible. So, of course, Green Bay, they lead the all-time series over Detroit 107-78-7. However, the Lions are 6-3 against the Packers under Dan Campbell's leadership. And, of course, the Packers, they did win that matchup earlier this year against Detroit in Week 1. But, of course, that was Week 1. A lot has changed in the NFL since then in the last 12 weeks, since now it's Week 13. So a lot has changed since then. Green Bay this year, they're 3-1-1 on the road this year. Detroit is 4-1 at home. And I should also mention something. Green Bay this year, the Packers are 5-0 this year when the Packers score exactly 27 points. Why is that number significant, you may ask? It's some bullshit prophecy Packer fans made up. Because the Packer fans have a weird obsession with the number 27. Because Brett Favre got his one and only Super Bowl win with the Packers at age 27. Aaron Rodgers got his one and only Super Bowl win with the Packers at age 27. And what age did Jordan Love turn a few weeks ago at the start of November? Well, shit, he turned 27. So yeah, it's kind of a fucked up prophecy, but there is some truth to it. Kind of weird that the last two Hall of Fame QBs the Packers had, one that got their only Super Bowl win with the Packers at age 27, and the Packers should have had dynasties with Favre and Rodgers, and they proceed to piss them down the toilet both times. Especially Rodgers, the fact that despite him winning 4 MVPs, and they could only make 1 Super Bowl with him, that's kind of pathetic. I would fucking kill myself if the Lions ever had that kind of performance with a QB like that. If I was a Packers fan, I would kill myself. If we got 4 MVP seasons out of Aaron Rodgers, only made 1 Super Bowl. Just my take on that. And if anyone's wondering what's Green Bay's record when the Packers don't score exactly 27, well, the Packers' record is 2-3-1 when they don't score 27. So, take that information however you will. I know Green Bay fans definitely take that information very well because the prophecy, whatever that means. Anyway, in terms of the Packers' key players, we already went over this in Week 1. So I'll just go over the injury report going in. So, of course, for the injury report, I should mention Jordan Love is not on this injury report because from the information I've seen, Love is good to go. So, I mean, Love played through that shoulder injury last week, so he should be good to go then. So, no excuses there. Because that shoulder injury Love suffered a couple weeks ago, that was the same one that Baker Mayfield just suffered last Sunday. And if I know for that type of shoulder injury or sprain, it's one you can play with, but when you get hit, it's gonna fucking hurt like hell when you get slammed into the turf. So yeah, Love's not in the injury report, but players that are, in terms of the offense, Josh Jacobs, he's questionable with a knee injury. Matthew Golden is questionable with a wrist injury. Dontavian Wicks is questionable with a calf injury. Savion Williams is questionable with a foot injury. And, of course, the Packers don't have Tucker Kraft for the rest of the year after he teared his ACL. Somehow Packer fans will find a way to blame Kirby Joseph for that. Even though Kirby hasn't played for the Lions for the last month. But even despite that, Packer fans will still will find a way to blame Kirby Joseph for that because Kirby lives rent-free in the NFC North's head. All I say is just point on the doll where Kirby Joseph hurt you. And somehow, though, when I say that, the Packer fans will immediately point at the kneecaps. Okay, anyway, moving on. To the defensive side of the ball, Lucas Van Ness is questionable with a foot injury. Edgerrin Cooper is questionable with a foot injury. Quay Walker is questionable with a neck injury. Nate Hobbs is questionable with an MCL injury or sprain. Javon Bullard is questionable with an ankle injury. And Kayshawn Nixon is questionable with a neck injury. And the coaching staff, nothing's changed. In terms of where the Packers rank offensively and defensively, Packers ranked 14th offense. They have the 14th ranked offense. They're 14th in the pass game, 15th in the run game. So, pass game, it's really hit or miss with Love. He has his good games and bad games. It really depends on what version of Brett Favre Love plays like. Since Love plays more like Favre than Rodgers, to be honest. Especially when he hucks that ball down and turns it over a lot. The Packers defense, though, it's the main reason why the Packers have been good this year. The Packers have the number 2 ranked defense in the league. They're 5th against the pass, 6th against the run. So really good at stopping the pass and the run. So there you go there. So the keys to winning this game, obviously, I think establishing the run and having a better offensive game plan, a better offensive play calling. Like pretty much everything the Lions failed at doing in week 1, they need to do that. You know, defensively, the defense needs to bounce back and have a solid game. I mean, last time we played the Packers in week 1, the Lions defense held the Packers to only 17 points through 3 quarters. So if Detroit's defense can replicate that again, and the offense can play a lot better than week 1, the Lions can win this game no problem. And also another key to winning this game, score 30 points. Because we all know the Packers can't win. The Packers usually don't win when they don't score 27. Like if the Packers score 27, then the Lions are most likely not winning this game. Pretty much if you want to win, make sure the Packers don't score 27 points. That's the easiest way to win. So that Packers 27 prophecy can't be fulfilled. Pretty much to win, just score 30 points. That's all. Just get first to 30 wins. And also getting pressure to Love. I think getting pressure him and containing him is going to be key, and winning the turnover battle will be crucial too. And I think also trying to find a way to stop Micah Parsons too. I think that's going to be crucial to win this game. Pretty much the Lions actually got to show up and do better than what they did against the Giants, because the Giants was inexcusable. And that game honestly gave Packer fans ammo to call the Lions frauds. And they also called the Bears frauds too, because both struggled against the Giants, which I don't know why Green Bay fans are talking in that situation, considering the Packers also struggled against the Giants too. Also, Packer fans, why the fuck are you calling Lions frauds when you literally lost to the goddamn Cleveland Browns? Like, I understand Packer fans want to make a point, but come on now. Let's not be too hypocritical about this here. I know you Packer fans are better than that. Alright, I know you Packer fans are better than being hypocrites. Like, I know it. One Pride knows it. Bear Down knows it. Judah Tribe knows it. Skull Nation knows it, and deep down, you Packer fans know it too. It's just on you if you care or not. But yeah, like I understand Packer fans want to make a point with the whole fraud thing, but you should look in the mirror sometimes. Like, you ain't as perfect as you want to hype yourself up to be. Let's get that straight. But yeah, and I'll be honest here, the Lions under Dan Campbell, they always do better when they play a team a second time. Like, they always are more better prepared for this game. Like, the Lions offensively had no answers from Micah Parsons week 1. But I imagine they're going to have a lot better game plan, and they're going to be more prepared for Micah Parsons this time. Because when we played the Packers in week 1, Micah Parsons literally got traded a few days before that game. I should also mention that the Lions, 6 of the Lions' 7 wins this year came when they were the favorites by Vegas in the sports book for betting. The only time the Lions won this year when they weren't the favorite was week 3 against Baltimore when they were like a 5-point underdog. Every game the Lions lost, like 3 of the Lions' 4 losses this year came when they were the underdog going into the game. That included week 1. The only loss this year the Lions had where they were the favorite by Vegas coming in was that game against the Vikings a couple weeks ago. Outside that, the Lions are 6-1 this year when they're favored in a game by Vegas. So take that information however you will. So yeah, it's very hard to beat a team twice in 1 year. It's hard to sweep a team in a season series. I know some Packer fans be like, how can it be that hard? You literally swept the NFC North last year. Here's the thing, though. Those 6 wins weren't easy. They were the furthest thing from it. Well, except maybe the Bears the second time around. That one might have been easy. The Vikings one wasn't that easy, too. Even the one where we beat them by 22 points, that one wasn't easy. Like, nothing is easy in this league. Nothing's for granted. Plus, division games are massive wild cards because every team because when you play a divisional rival, it's going to be a bloodbath. Everybody knows each other very well in the division, so it's a two-way street there. Yeah, like I said, hard to sweep a team here. Plus, the Packers, they're a bit banged up. They've been a bit inconsistent like the Lions, too. I mean, both the Lions and Packers have been so inconsistent. Neither team is leading the NFC North right now since the Chicago Bears are leading the North. Man, how did both of us let this happen? How did we let the Chicago Bears get ahead of both Detroit and Green Bay? Like, something fucked up the parallel timeline, and oh god, we cannot let Chicago win the North. Because if Chicago wins the North, then that means Judah Tribe's going to come out of hiding and be insufferable once again. And he's going to teabag both the Lions and Packers fan bases. Because it seems like Judah's now done feuding with his fan base over Kayla. Which, fuck. Fuck, I enjoyed the quiet time of Judah not having to deal with Judah Tribe. Damn it. But yeah, I think we're catching the Packers at a good time. Hard to win a team, hard to sweep our team in a season. You know, and the Lions, they always are better prepared when they face a team the second time around. I think we're getting the Packers at a good time here on Thursday. Must-win game, of course, for both teams. Some's got to give, though, because the winner of this game could be first in the NFC North after Friday. Depending on what happens between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles game on that Black Friday. Because, yeah, I keep forgetting there's a Black Friday game now, too. Because Amazon Prime wants in on the whole Thanksgiving long weekend festivities. So, yeah, Chicago loses that game. Then this game Thursday is for first place in the NFC North. So, yeah. And we all know how big that is, too. Especially since the Bears got a bit of a tough schedule coming up. So yeah, gotta get these wins. Gotta try and get some consistency back on track. So yeah, and of course, you know, a couple weeks ago I mentioned something about how I said I know the reason why Red Wing fans get pissed at the Jared Goff chants, and I know the reason why. Because the Wings fans that get offended by it it's the portion of the Red Wings fan base that are Green Bay Packer fans. Yes, that is true. There are Packer fans that are Detroit Red Wings fans. There are some that are even Tigers and Piston fans too, which is kind of weird, considering that Wisconsin literally has the Milwaukee Bucks and the Milwaukee Brewers. So, that's kind of weird. It's like, usually the Wings fans that are Packer fans is usually the ones in, like, northern Michigan and that upper peninsula area, too. Like hell, if any Wings fan complains about the golf chants, tell them to take their Wings jersey off, and I guarantee there's some Green Bay Packers green and gold underneath. Or hell, if you tell a Packers fan that complains about it to take their jersey off, I bet you there's a Wings jersey. Or if any Packers fan complains about Detroit fans, tell them to take their Packers jersey off, and I guarantee you there's some Red Wings Red Wing wheel underneath. Because it's funny how some Packer fans say they hate Detroit fans so much, yet deep down, a lot of Packer fans root for the Red Wings. So yeah, as much as they say they hate us, deep down they want to be us so bad. I know some Packer fans are going to tell me to take my Red Wings jersey off. Some smart ass is going to comment with the timestamp here and say take your Wings jersey off. And don't worry, way ahead of you. There you go. Lions Honolulu blue underneath. And it's the throwback Thanksgiving jersey as God intended. Because I should mention the Lions are bringing the Thanksgiving throwbacks officially back in business. As God intended, the perfect time to wear the throwbacks. If for anyone wondering, no, this is not a Kelvin Johnson jersey. It's a Dick Night Train Lane jersey. So yeah, but let's be honest, a Packers fan being a Red Wings fan isn't the worst fucked up combination. The worst fucked up one would be a Packers fan being a Chicago Blackhawks fan. Considering how much Packer fans hate the Chicago Bears, that would be pretty fucked up to see that. Because that's absolutely disgusting. It goes against the laws of nature. Like, being a Packers and a Chicago Blackhawks fan don't make no sense. That's like being a Philadelphia Eagles fan and a New York Yankees fan. Or being a Boston Red Sox fan and a New York Jets fan. Or hell, it's like being a San Francisco 49ers and a Los Angeles Dodgers fan. It just don't sound right. It goes against the laws of nature. But yeah, of course, in terms of this game, why didn't we get the Packers at a good time? Let's get this win. I think it's going to be a defensive, gritty battle. I think it's going to be a low-scoring Thanksgiving game. Because both defenses have been balling this year. I think it's going to come down to who can win the turnover battles and who can get that ball in the last 2 minutes. And I'll tell you right now, if you give Dan Campbell a second chance at a team in the season after losing the first time, Campbell's going to do everything they can to make sure what happened in Week 1 doesn't happen again. So I think the Lions, they're catching Green Bay at a good time. And I have the Lions winning this game 21-18. I have the Lions covering the 3-point spread and winning by 3 exactly. So let's get this win on Thanksgiving. And if everything plays right, the Lions could be first place in the North by Friday evening, depending on what happens with Chicago and Green Bay. And also, this game has some playoff implications for a few teams facing the elimination station. So yeah, Detroit win could save some teams from elimination. We'll have to see what happens though. But yeah, let's go get this win. Let's get some payback on the Packers for Week 1. And let's enjoy Turkey Day with that W. And feast on the turkey. And even if Green Bay wins, let's hope Fox doesn't fuck up the turkey that was supposed to go to the Packers 2 years ago. Until Fox realized they fucked up and gave the turkey that was supposed to go to Green Bay to the Fox booth. Because the one that usually goes to the winning team had a Lions logo in it, and they didn't have a backup one. So maybe Fox this time learns their lesson. We'll have to see what happens comes Thursday. But yeah, and of course, regardless of what happens, all I say to everybody is, hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving, and stay safe during this time. Hope everyone enjoy your time with your loved ones, and hope everyone has a safe and happy Thanksgiving. And a safe and happy Black Friday, too, because we know how bad Black Friday can get. But anyway, let's go get this win Thursday. Let's get to 8-4, and let's get one step closer to reclaiming what's rightfully ours. Because, Packer fans, you can't call yourself the top team in the North until you have this belt. But anyway, let's go get this win. And that's all I gotta say. And as always, go Lions.